Last 22 May, at the Aula Magna of the Faculty of Economics at the Tor Vergata University in Rome, was held the first international workshop of the project Briswa, the ball rules in the same way for all. Many relevant speakers have intervened in the Brisba International Workshop, like the president of FACC, Carlo Tavecchio, delegated for sport and youth policies from the municipality of Rome, Daniele Frongia, Roma Brazilian football, Bruno Perez, the first woman to train a national under-16 male football team, Patrizia Panico, the coach of the Italian national under-21 team, Mr. Gigi Di Biagio, the president of the regional section of AEAC, Sergio Roticiani, also a Brisba project expert, the president of the motor science faculty at the University of Rome Tor Vergata and cycle coach coordinator of the Italian women football national team, Stefano Dottavio, president of Ethics and Fair Play Committee, Mr. Tibor Vamos, and head grassroots program, Mr. Sylvester Kovacs. Purpose of the Brisba project, which aggregates 7 partners from Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, Greece and Serbia, as well as Italy, is to tackle the issue of racism in the world of football and sport. Brisba project made aims at the re-examining racism in football, as well as also other discrimination in sport in general, by analyzing its roots and nature and by promoting, through a sound scientific work and social analysis, a more thorough and active approach against it, thus evidencing what could be the best practical policies to mitigate this social cancer. Workshop has been introduced by the project coordinator Stefano Armenia, which make a short description of the project and present the guest speaker of the workshop. He anticipates that this is only the first international workshop which will be held in each partner country. Tackle the issue of racism in the world of football and sport, trying to spread a message of equality between races, genders and religions among footballers, especially among the youngest, is one of the first objectives, he explains. The European Commission believes in these initiatives as a way to identify policies and good practice to fight this issue, which is in all respects a social cancer. The slogan of the project is Set Racism Offside. After the institutional greetings from Sergio Bernardini, sport delegate of Tor Vergata University, which hosts the event and who wants to take the project consortium to choose Tor Vergata University as location. There are 2 principal reasons for which the FACC supported this project. The first is related to the theme, the racism in the world of football. Second is the international of the initiatives and the scientific and academic contained inside it represent an entity value. Communicate the values of sport and sensitize the player to the issue of inclusion is not only a project basis, but also a pillar of Federcalcio. After the explanation of some action and project directly implemented by the FACC, Tavecchio wanted to thank the Academy FCC to invite him to the workshop, and not professional football academy that are promoters of these important social issues should be underlined. After the president of FACC, another representative of the institution, Delegated of Sport and Youth Policies from Municipality of Rome, Daniele Frongia, remembered the last episode about racism in football, and saying, each of us has to fight this phenomenon by trying to change culturally. The first woman to train a national youth football team, Miss Patrizia Panico, highlighted how the racism is not only related to the color of the skin, but in a more general way. The phenomenon of racism could be also considered as racism of gender. She said we are trying to level the playing field, creating more opportunities for women. What worries the women football player is the prospect of the future. Women see play in amateur league. Our goal is to be able to scrape a language that is still a bit too male gymnast. Professor Stefano Dottavio, expert of Brisba project and cycle coach coordinator women football national teams, underlined how the football born from the street without barriers and should be used as a vehicle to spread this important message. Many guys suffer from racism in the football world, commented Bruno Perez. I think it's important to raise awareness about racism. It's a bad thing. It's not the color that makes you more or less good. We are all the same. We do not have to make a difference. We are all against racism. Whoever is next to you is the same as you, regardless of skin color. This is not only in football, but in life. Racist people do not know the evil they do. We must help them improve. Beyond all the things we can do, be here and talk about racism and see racism episodes is unacceptable and incredible, saying the coach of Italy under-21 football team, Mr. Luigi Di Biagio. In the second part of the workshop, reserved to the project expert, sports psychologist and relations therapist Aldo Grauso said that usually the people involved in racist episodes simply to do so through a basic practice, without a real objective knowledge of the reality. This is very often caused by the fear of diversity, through denial and escape from anything that you don't know. The game has a fundamental part in the life of kids, especially the social one, where they learn to be together. This is a good therapeutic gym to help everyone live up to their difference. President of Ethnics and Fair Play Committee, Mr. Tibor Vamos, presents some social projects applied in Hungary to fight against racism and underline how much it is important to sensibilize the youth in order to extirpate this phenomenon.